Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Darina and I am your favorite visionary and ambassador of critical thinking here on YouTube. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're gonna talk about men are the gatekeepers of marriage or commitment, and women are the gatekeepers of sex. While it was mostly true in the past, it's no longer true in today's world, at least in most civilized countries. And it's very outdated, obviously, and just stupid sounding and even dangerous for both men and women. Wanna know why? Watch this video until the end. So, let's dive right into it. Dear human watching this video now, regardless of your gender, age, skin color, etc., let me ask you this. Do you wanna survive? Silly question, right? Of course you do. We all do. So, what do we need in order to survive? Air, hopefully clean air, to breathe. Water, hopefully clean water, to drink. Food, hopefully high quality and even delicious food to eat. Well, delicious is already a luxury, so just not rotten tomatoes to eat. So, what's next in our list? The roof above our heads, of course, and a more or less safe environment to live in, like where you're not threatened every day, every minute, and every second to get beaten up or even murdered, right? These are basic, I'd say, things we need to survive. Now, again, regardless of your gender, imagine that you're a woman who was born 100 years ago, even 80 or 70 years ago, in pretty much any country. Were you considered a real human back then? No, you weren't. Every little girl was born as basically her father's property. And yeah, this property, whose body belonged to her dad, yeah, she couldn't survive without her father's decision to feed her, give her a roof above her head, etc. And at a very young age, she was expected by society to get married and have children. And if she stayed single, she was shamed, called names, etc. It was a tough life back then for single women. because it was extremely hard, almost impossible, to get access to basic resources because you couldn't have your own bank account. You couldn't own property. Yeah, you were someone's property. First your father's, then your husband's. So yeah, it was tough back then for women. Now, in today's world, at least in more or less, again, civilized countries, where women have rights, marriage is no longer something you have to do. It's something you can choose to do. But yeah, you don't have to. Of course, some members of our patriarchal, fucked up society will judge you, try to shame you for that. But apparently it's no longer working. For example, according to a recent study conducted by Morgan Stanley, it's estimated that at least 45% of women in the United States by 2030 will be childless and unmarried. Yeah, women 25 to 44 years of age. And why is that? Is that feminism destroying marriage? Well, yeah, imagine you were allowed to steal without ever going to jail, because there was no such law that forbid stealing. Now, boom! This law appeared out of the blue that forbid stealing. And now you're no longer allowed to steal. So any thief would be like, wait a minute, this law is destroying my opportunity to steal, right? That's a great analogy, I think, here. Because if feminism, which is fighting for women's basic rights, is destroying marriage, then the foundation of this marriage was what? Women not having any rights. Think about it for a minute, guys. Yeah, fewer and fewer women choose to get married. Yes, choose to. So men are no longer gatekeepers of marriage. Like, feel free to keep that gate closed, you guys. We no longer need you to open it. Because what's behind that gate for us? What's in it for us? Huh? Try and lure me into marriage, huh? Today. Good luck with that. Okay, now let's talk about the second part of this sentence. women are gatekeepers, the gatekeepers of sex. So, wait a minute. If I'm being sexually assaulted, am I still gatekeeper of sex? No, because I'm the victim, right? Hi, Manosphere guys! Your idol Andrew Tate, a worldwide renowned rapist and sex trafficker, said that women should bear responsibility for being sexually assaulted. Makes a lot of sense, right? Whoa. Oh, yeah. Because I'm the gatekeeper of sex even when I'm being raped. No. I'm not the gatekeeper of sex if it's forced upon me. All right? Now, males who have been sexually assaulted and or abused. And I am so sorry you guys had to go through this. Just like I'm sorry that so many women in this world had to go through this. But again, isn't a man, any man, yeah, and any woman, and any transgender person, any intersex person, isn't each and every one of us a gatekeeper of sex if it's consensual? Of course, each and every human of whatever gender is a gatekeeper of sex, because a man is not some kind of a sex machine that is always ready to have sex with any woman or man if he's gay. No, man and a person, people, yeah, of every and any gender are also gatekeepers of sex, because yeah, they need to give their consent in order for that sexual interaction to happen. So yeah, it's not only women who are gatekeepers here. Unless, again, we're talking sexual assault, which is a felony or a crime. You guys. And the victim is never to blame. Only the sex offender is to blame. Remember it, guys, please. Always. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments what you think about all this. And please like, share, and subscribe. And see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye.